Good morning, students of grade 9, Kumudini Kunja Secondary School. Today we are going to start a new lesson, Simple Machine. Okay? This lesson is actually an extension from what you have studied in grade 7 and grade 8. Yes? Now, let's begin from machine. Machine means any tools that makes our work easier. Okay, is called machine. Now let's think about ancient time. In ancient time, when human used to hunt animal, they used bows and arrows. Okay, at first they used clubs. Yes, club means a weapon made up of stones, and then they used spears, and then they used bows and arrows. Okay, they use several tools. Whatever tools, they made their hunting easier. And after hunting, certain tools such as clubs, isn't it the same club, and chisel, and these tools also help them to chop off the meat. Yes, so such any objects that are not part of your body, okay, any objects external to you that you use to make your work easier, they are called tools. Okay, and the tools are also called machine. Okay, so basically everything we use are actually machine, unless they make our work harder. Now there are two categories of machine, and they would be simple machine and complex machine. So simple machine, it says, see, it has simple structure, and complex machine means it has complex structure. Or you can say simple machine is the basic or fundamental parts, and combination of two or more simple machine, a combination of two or more simple machine uh, that work in coordination. It's complex machine. Yes. So basically it is like simple machine is like fundamental units, and complex machine is like derived unit. Okay, simple machine is fundamental part. Okay, it cannot be derived from any other simple machines. Okay, one type of simple machine cannot be derived from any other type of simple machine, you can say that. Okay, this is fundamental part, and by combining two or more simple machine, you can form complex machine. Okay, so if you're asked what is simple machine, then you can say that any tools having simple structure. Yes, if you have to define simple machine is any tool that have simple structure and makes our work easier, faster, and more convenient. Okay, any tool that we can use to make our work easier, faster, and more convenient, and has simple structure, very simple structure, they are called simple machine. Okay, don't confuse it with complex machine. Okay, now some examples of simple machine would be like lever. Yes, and okay, lever is okay, actually type of simple machine. I'm just going to give simple examples like scissors, crowbar, or our physical balance. Yes, and similarly wheels, etc. Okay, these are all simple machines. And example of complex machine, you can give several examples of complex machines, like you ride bicycle. Okay, so this is your task. Go and observe your bicycle closely and find out how many different kinds of simple machines can you find there. Okay, this is your task. Do it on your own. It will be quite interesting as well. Okay, now we are going to discuss about the advantages of simple machine. Advantages of simple machine. Okay, basically a simple machine provides four different types of advantage. Okay, first one, magnifying the applied force. This is the first one, magnifying the applied force. And second one, it changes or changing the direction of force. Changing direction of force. Third one, transferring force from one point to another. And fourth one, increasing speed of doing work. Okay, basically these are four advantages provided by simple machine, or these are the four mechanisms by which simple machine make our work easier. Okay, now how does each of them help? We will go through some examples of each case. Okay, first of all, magnifying the effort. We are just going through examples. Okay, now think of it. How many bricks can you carry without taking help of any machine, just by using your hand? Maybe 10, 20. Okay, I guess you cannot carry 20 bricks. It's very heavy. Okay, maybe you can carry 10 bricks on your hand at the same time. Okay, however, if you use a wheelbarrow, okay, you know wheelbarrow, isn't it? If you use a wheelbarrow, will you just carry 10 bricks at a time? Will you? Definitely not. In a wheelbarrow, you can keep several, more than 10. Maybe you can keep 20 bricks or even 30 bricks. How many can you keep there? Okay? You can easily keep 30 bricks in the wheelbarrow, and you can easily lift it and roll it and get it where you want it. See, the force you possess, how much force do you have in your muscles, can actually lift only 10 bricks. But if you use that force on wheelbarrow, then the wheelbarrow can lift up to 30 bricks. That means your force is being multiplied by 3 times by using this wheelbarrow. And the wheelbarrow is magnifying your effort by 3 times. Understand? Okay, once I forgot the name of scientist. I guess it was Galileo Galilei. Yes, Galileo Galilei said that, give me rod long enough. Yes, what did he say? Give me a rod long enough and give me a point to fulcrum point. Give me a fulcrum point to fix the rod. Then I can move the earth. Galileo Galilei said that, give me a rod long enough and a point to fix a rod on as fulcrum, then I can move the earth. That means he being a mere man, will he have such amount of strength to lift the earth? Definitely no. He would not have that much of force. That is unthinkable. But if he thinks, okay, if he is given a long enough rod with a fulcrum point to anchor, then he can simply lift the earth. He can move the earth. He thinks that. That means he is so much confident in his mathematics that he is so much confident that the force that his muscles contain can be magnified by so many times that he can move the earth. Okay, that is one of the effect of simple machine. Yes, and now come to second effect. Second effect says changing the direction. Yes, think about getting water from a well. Have you ever done so? Maybe you have, or maybe you haven't, but I have several times. I have done that. Okay, while getting water from well, you know, the bucket, after bucket is filled with water, it becomes quite heavy, and you have to lift it upward. Yes, you have to lift the bucket upward. Okay, so while lifting bucket upward, what happens? Gravity pulls it downward. Okay, gravity pulls it downward, and you can say, oh gravity, thou art the heartless, thou art so heartless, you can say. Again, gravity pulls it downward, that's why it is quite difficult to pull the bucket up. Okay? However, if you keep a pulley, okay, in over the well, if you keep the pulley, and if you try to lift the same bucket by passing the rope through the pulley, okay, then in that case it becomes much easier to lift the bucket upward. It becomes much easier. Nevertheless, in both cases it requires equal amount of force. Okay, while directly pulling the bucket up, suppose you need to apply 500 newton of force, then in this case also the same, you need to apply same amount of force, but still it makes our work easier. How? By changing direction. See, by using pulley you can apply force in downward direction, not in upward direction. You do not need to apply force in upward direction. You don't need to act against gravity, but you are acting in the direction of gravity. Okay, that way your work becomes much easier. Okay, so second one, changing direction of force. The second mechanism by which simple machine help in our work is by changing direction of force. Now come to number third point. Let's say you are given a burning hot coal. You are given a hot burning coal, and you need to move this coal from here to here. Without using tool, can you do that? With your hand, just by using with your hand, can you simply catch the burning hot coal and move it there? No, you cannot do that. That's simply not convenient. It is not that heavy. Okay, you have enough force to lift it, but the point is it is not convenient because it burns your hand. It is not convenient. However, if you use a shovel, shovel, if you use a shovel, or even if you use simply a tongue means chimta, okay, if you use a tongue or scalpel, then it becomes possible to move this burning coal from here to here. Now what's happening? You apply force in this point or this point, yes, but that force is being transferred here. You need to apply force here, but applying force here is inconvenient. That is not convenient. So instead of that, you can apply force here, and the simple machine will simply transfer that force here. Okay, so if it burns, it will burn the shovel, not your hand. So that becomes okay, isn't it? Okay, in this way, now you can easily move this burning coal from this place to this place. Now, how is the simple machine helping here? Actually, using a shovel is heavier than just lifting the load. Okay, using the shovel, you require more force than simply lifting the load, but still it makes your work more convenient. How? By transferring force. So the third mechanism by which the simple machine make our work easier is transferring force. It transfers force from one point to another point. Similarly, several other examples are also there. In vehicles, you press gas pedal, isn't it? You press gas pedal, but what is the effect? Gas pedal means accelerator. You press accelerator, but what is the effect? Wheel moves faster. Are you applying your force directly to wheel? No. What happens if you need to apply your force directly to wheel to move your car faster? That would be disaster. It is not convenient to apply your force on wheel. That's why you use a gas pedal. Yes, you use a pedal so that you apply force on the pedal, and for the pedal transfers that force to engine, and engine provides another force to wheel. And that way, the transferring of by the way of transferring of force, simple machine helps us. And next one is increasing the speed of work. Increasing speed of work. Like, how does it help by increasing speed of work? Let's say suppose your room is full of sand. Okay, your room is full of sand. Okay, now you need to turn this room into something else. Let's say your bedroom. You need to make it bedroom. But to make it a bedroom, clean and neat bedroom, you need to move all the sands out of here. Now, without using tool, if you simply use your hands to pick up a handful of sand, okay, go out and dispense it somewhere else, how long will it take to clear out all the sands from your room just by using your hands? It might take several days, isn't it? And that is also so much tiresome. Yes. However, if I gave you some tools like a wheelbarrow, if I gave you a wheelbarrow and a shovel, then how much time will it take to clear out all the sands from that room? Well, definitely within few hours you can clear it out. Yes, by using shovel you transfer a certain portion of sand into wheelbarrow. Yes, and not just handful, maybe the sand amount of sand carried by wheelbarrow might be 100 times more than the amount you can carry in your hand, and you can simply transfer it. Yes, easily. Okay, so instead of 100 run, you can do the same amount of work by single run. Are you getting it or not? Okay, if you use simply your hand, okay, maybe what amount of sand you can transfer here in 100 run by using bare hand? By using bare hand, you can do same amount of work in single run by using wheelbarrow. That's what I'm saying. Okay, although you might need more force to apply shovel, to use shovel, you might need more force to use shovel and wheelbarrow, but then also your work is being very faster. Yes, and that way it saves your time. What work requires several days can be finished within few hours. So that's how it increases and speed of work. That's another advantage of simple machine. Okay, so we have discussed what is simple machine, yes, and what are its advantages. Okay, these are just introductions you have got from your previous class. Now what you have studied in your previous class is also types of simple machine. Let me discuss about it in short, or let me just simply list it out. Types of simple machine. Number one, there is lever. Yes, not L-I-V-R, lever, it's L-E-V-R, lever. Okay, lever. And there are three types of lever, if you know. First class lever, second class lever, and third class lever. Okay, if you remember, lever has three parts, isn't it? And they are effort, fulcrum, and load. And based on the position of each, lever is classified into three different types. Okay, now in case of first class lever, fulcrum lies in middle, okay, and load lies in one side and effort lies on other side. Okay, and in case of second class lever, fulcrum lies at one terminal, load is in middle, okay, in central part, and effort is applied in another terminal. And in case of third class lever, once again fulcrum is at one part, one end, one terminal, and but load is also placed on other terminal and effort is applied in middle. Okay, this is third class lever. Now see, it is quite easier to remember because what is in central portion, what is in middle, you can just make acronym from there. First class lever has fulcrum in center, yes, and second class lever has load in center, and third class lever has effort in center. See, you get it. FLE, flee, FLE, you won't forget it. FLE, flee. Okay, now your task is to collect different specimens of lever and classify them whether it is first class lever or second class lever or third class lever. Okay, the second type of simple machine is pulley. Okay. Pulley, there are basically two types of pulley, and that is movable pulley and fixed pulley. There are basically two types of pulley, movable pulley and fixed pulley, and by combining these different numbers of these two types of pulley, we can form several combinations of complex pulleys, which are also called block and tackle pulleys. Okay, the complex system of several pulleys, okay, are called block and tackle pulley. Okay, now in case of movable pulley, okay, this is pulley, this is ceiling. Okay, one end of rope is fixed in the ceiling, another end of rope is where effort is applied, and load is hung down from the pulley itself. Okay, load is hung down from the pulley itself. And in case of fixed pulley, the pulley is actually hung down from the cylinder. Okay, and the rope is passed through the pulley. At one end of rope, load is kept, and another end of rope, effort is applied. Okay, so in movable pulley you need to apply effort in upward direction, and in fixed pulley you need to apply effort in downward direction. Okay, moreover, in fixed pulley your force is never multiplied. Fixed pulley does not magnify your effort, but movable pulley magnifies your effort. Okay, that means applying same amount of energy, if you can lift 10 kg of load by using fixed pulley, then you can lift 20 kg of load by using movable pulley. They have their own advantages. Okay? And then third one is wheel and axle. Wheel and axle. Okay, wheel and axle has two cylinders. Okay, two concentric cylinders having same center, but one cylinder having larger radius and another cylinder having smaller radius. Okay, the combination of two cylinders which rotate together and which are concentric, one cylinder having larger radius and another having smaller radius, are called wheel and axle. And a larger cylinder with larger radius is called wheel. Cylinder with a smaller radius is called axle. And some common example of wheel and axle is handle of your bicycle. Okay, although your bicycle handle of your bicycle, I said it does not look like a wheel, does it? It doesn't look like a wheel, but think of it. If you are if you are holding the bicycle handle at two ends, then you rotate, then it kind of forms a wheel. Yes, now you get it. Why do I call it wheel and axle? Okay, you rotate this cylinder or this wheel having larger diameter, and that rotates this axle. Okay, and that axle is then connected with your bicycle wheel, isn't it? And that helps to change your direction. But imagine if you do not have this handle, you have to grab the axle. Simply you have to grab the axle and take a turn. What happens? Just imagine. You can try also, but not while running your bicycle. Okay, that might cause an accident. Okay, just do when your bicycle is not running. Okay, next one is we have inclined plane. Inclined plane is just a simple plane. Okay, simple plain surface which have been hold at certain degree to the ground, inclined plane, like a ramp. Yes, and next one we have is screw. Okay, screw is an inclined surface, inclined plane. Screw is an inclined plane. Yes, screw is an inclined plane, but normally inclined plane is it is just straight, but in case of screw it is wound around a cylindrical surface. Okay, screw is inclined plane which is wound around cylindrical surface. Okay, it helps to transform the force applied in horizontal direction into vertical direction. Yes, and the sixth type is wedge. Wedge is a device which is a combination of two inclined planes. Yes, wedge is a device which is the combination of two inclined planes, and one part of wedge is sharp, another part is broad. Okay, and common examples of wedge is sharp tools like sword, kukri, nail, okay, chisel, and such things. Okay, this much is the revision of what you have studied about simple machine in your previous class in grade 7 and grade 8. Yes, from tomorrow we are going to start the numericals related to simple machine. In grade 9 we will specially focus on numericals, okay, related to simple machine. Okay, this much for today. Thank you, class.